And one of the fastest and best ways to create good jobs is by rebuilding America's infrastructure. Our roads, our bridges, our rails, our ports, our airports, our schools, our power grids. We've got a lot of work to do out there, and we got to put folks to work.
Today in America, we face a growing problem not easily solved. For the past 20 years, Americans have witnessed our country slowly falling apart. Not in terms of political partisanship, but with our infrastructure.
You land at LaGuardia, or you land at LAX in Los Angeles, or you land at Kennedy Airport in New York, and they're like third world places. Our roads are crumbling, everything's crumbling.
It's a really interesting problem because there's so many different aspects to it. You know, I don't think the solution is simply the government should spend tons of money and rebuild every piece of infrastructure we have. I think we need to sort of change the way we think about infrastructure, control demands, privatize the things that can be privatized. You can't privatize everything. Right? The road in my neighborhood, you can't privatize it. No one's gonna stand for having to pay a toll to drive into their neighborhood. And if you can't pay a toll, then of course a company can't make any money.
When Americans think about our infrastructure, they usually think about the typical roads, bridges, or even airports. But there's one important aspect that we often forget, even though it's vitally important to every American. Our water.
There are probably many other Flint, Michigans out there, not with the same technical issue that they had, where they had degradation of the pipes and leaching of the lead into drinking water, but I'm sure there are many other communities out there with aging water systems that are in danger of collapse or are running at capacity with very little room for any part of it being taken out of service or failing on a short-term basis.
At basically all the water systems in the United States, but focused on the smaller systems, which are more than 90% are small. So we focused on those small systems, but and we're talking about many thousands, almost 9,000 small systems that we looked at that had testing issues and that sort of thing.
And 100,000 people getting their drinking water from utilities that discovered high lead but failed to treat the water and remove it. I think that number is going to concern a lot of people.
If you close a bridge for 3 years, people will find another way around it. If you shut down the water treatment plant for 3 years, the effects will be felt immediately and be potentially life impacting.
In 2013, the American Society of Civil Engineers gave America's infrastructure a rating of a D+.
In 2013, the American Society of Civil Engineers estimated that we need at least $3.6 trillion invested into our infrastructure in order to upgrade it to today's standards.
While people have differing opinions on the actual tangible benefits that a good infrastructure system brings, many experts agree that one very important benefit is its positive impact to the economy.
The transportation network impacts the economy in general. I mean, when you talk about congestion delays, there are studies out there that show goods movement, when it's delayed, it costs this country billions of dollars in time and movement. So, it's trying to make the best and wisest use of your existing infrastructure and trying to find ways to alleviate congestion to the best of your ability to get people back and forth to work.
System, which again, when you invest in transportation, you can see the return on investment, whether it's economic development or jobs created in the short term from building it or the long term.
For a massive federal jobs program to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure and to put millions of our people back to work.
In 2009, Americans spent over 4.8 billion hours in traffic, resulting in a loss of 3.9 billion gallons of fuel. Not only is this a productivity issue, but it also poses a serious environmental threat to our country. And while many of our bridges and roadways are collapsing, at the very least, our best infrastructure system is the one that the public enjoys the most.
Well, on the bright side, our works on the highest rated infrastructure in our country at a C- rating, while supporting over 6 million jobs and bringing in over $600 billion in revenue. While a C- still isn't that great, it's a step in the right direction.
Yet, despite America's many problems with infrastructure, it is comforting to know that experts in the field have found some solutions to the problem.
The ASC has developed 3 key solutions to improving our nation's infrastructure. One is to increase infrastructural leadership in any legislation across the country.
Number 2 is promoting resiliency and sustainability when creating new infrastructure.
And number 3 is to develop and fund plans to help maintain and enhance the existing American infrastructure.
We sincerely hope that President Trump keeps one of his important campaign promises to rebuild America's infrastructure. President Trump and the Congress will hopefully give America's Lifeline a strong beating heartbeat for the first time in many years.